Chained to the chair in the dimly lit cellar with the orc war boss looming over me, I knew I had about a minute to live. Maybe longer if I was really unlucky.
What did you tell the Bad Moons?
War boss Iron Snick growls. Nothing, I protest. A green iron fist smashes my soft pink face. I gargle teeth. The war boss grabs me by the lapels and shakes violently.
I'll spare your life, give you a snazzy uniform, and then you betray me, Jeremiah?
He's right. I am a traitor. To the Astra Militarum. The Greenskins had us on the ropes. The offensive stalled. My regiment decimated. All my men dead. Or at least the ones I liked. War boss Iron Snick emerged from the fog of war with a proposal. Join his Blood Axe warband as a Yumi advisor, and he'd spare my life. It was an easy choice. I knew the Imperium would have tossed me aside without a second thought, and I didn't hesitate to do the same. But Iron Snick was also wrong. I may have betrayed the Imperium, but I hadn't betrayed him. I haven't betrayed anyone! Recently. Another fist. More lost teeth.
Is this how you repay me?
I spit teeth at Iron Snick. Here's your repayment. Keep the change. I splutter. Some of the orcs chuckle. Iron Snick sneers, showing me what proper orky teeth look like.
You couldn't buy a Grot's Winky with those.
He smirks. The ceiling shakes, light sways, and dust trickles down. The assembled orc knobs looked up nervously. Iron Snick leans close.
My fortress is crawling with Bad Moons. You told them how to bypass the custom force field. If I'm gonna make a cunning plan, I'll need to know what else you told them.
I try to think through the brain fog. I'm not the traitor, so it has to be one of the knobs. But who? I don't have to guess right. Just convince Iron Snick I'm right. What about old No-Gob Gorstab? I looked at the scarred knob silently glaring at me over the top of his wielded shut iron jaw. That would be a hard sell. How about Choppa Bloodruck, who stood brushing stone dust from his Blood Axe uniform? No, the only thing Bloodruck liked more than cleaning his medals was licking the war boss's boots. My eyes fell on Flash Scumzog. He wasn't even looking at me. Just stood off to the side, polishing his brand new snaz gun. Iron Snick was pulling back for another punch. Scumzog would have to do. Wait! I know who the traitor is! I yell.
Yeah? Who?
It's Scumzog!
How do you figure?
Well, look at him! Standing there, keeping quiet. I say, thinking quickly. Cleaning his fancy snaz gun? How did he afford that? A bribe from the Bad Moons! Scumzog's face darkens like a storm brewing over a green ocean.
This is an outrage! Slander! I demand trial by combat!
I hadn't counted on that. The ground shakes as artillery explodes above. Iron Snick grunts.
Alright, but make it quick. We've wasted enough time. Kill the Yumi traitor, so we can go and give the Bad Moons a taste of Zog and boot leather!
Iron Snick roughly frees me and thrusts me into the center of the room. Scumzog very carefully puts his snaz gun on the floor and lopes towards me, cracking his knuckles. Can I at least have a weapon? I ask as I step back. I inadvertently collide with No-Gob Gorstab. The grizzled knob silently presses his smallest knife into my hand, then shoves me back towards Scumzog. I twirl the blade and take up a fighting stance as Iron Snick and the others begin to chant.
Orcs! 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 Orcs!
If there was one thing I learned in the Astra Militarum, it was how to fight orcs. Whether an individual or an army, orcs are powerful, but slow and predictable. If you can get them to expend their energy, misdirect their blows, then...
Orcs! 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 Orcs!
I don't see the fist coming that takes me in the gut. I fall to the floor, gasping. Maybe that's why my regiment was wiped out, I think, as Scumzog holds me up by my neck. I try to slash his gut, but only succeed in opening one of the leather pouches on his belt. The contents clatter to the floor, along with my knife. I'm face to face with him now. His breath stinks of squig ale, and his eyes burn like twin fires beneath his craggy brow.
I'm gonna tear your limbs off one by one.
He growls softly. The boss said to make it quick, I croak.
Oh, the pulling will be quick, but the dying won't. Hang on!
We both turn our heads to the sound of Ironsnick's voice. The war boss has bent over to pick up the teeth that fell from Scumzog's pouch. The large, impressive, unmistakably bad moon teeth. Scumzog drops me like a stick bomb and holds up his hands.
Wait, boss, I can explain!
Scumzog doesn't get a chance, as Ironsnick puts his surprisingly accurate slug around between his eyes.
You expect treachery from weedy Umis, but not from your own boys.
Mutters Ironsnick, sounding almost hurt.
Go on, lads. You get going. I'll be right here.
The knobs pile out of the room. I lay on the floor where Scumzog drops me as Ironsnick looms over me. The bombardment above is relentless now. I wonder what he's going to say. I don't think I've ever heard an orc apologize.
Quit laying about, Umi,
says Ironsnick, kicking me in the ribs and turning away. He almost makes it out the door before I put a dozen rounds in his back from Scumzog's snaz gun. Ironsnick collapses in a bloody heap. I get to work sawing off the warboss's head. Ironsnick's warband is done. Maybe the Bad Moons are hiring. Ironsnick here can be my reference.
Hello everyone, we hope you enjoyed this production of A Traitor Twice Over, written by Chris Buxey and performed by Stuart Moyer. Direction and production by Colyn DeGraaff. This story was an official selection in our 1,000-word fast fiction contest. If you enjoy tales like this, head on over to coldopenstories.com, where you'll find the internet's longest-running fast fiction contest for 40k and all the factions that we love. While you're there, you can also check out our Original Worlds programming, anthologies, and free Discord. Now, for 5 years, Cold Open Stories has been a volunteer team of creatives. None of us receive any revenue from these productions or the site, and everything is presented ad-free. This year, we really want your help to break new ground, so please consider being an ambassador for stories worth telling. Share this channel with a friend, drop a link in your subreddit, or just like this channel. It all helps in spreading the word. Until next time, to be continued.